Hi, it's me, Patrick, with your lesson on informative speeches. Let's see, what can I tell you about informative speeches? Well, they have one purpose and one purpose alone. And in case you haven't guessed it already, that is to inform, to tell you something you don't already know, in a way that is not designed to persuade or sway or change anybody's mind, attitude, beliefs, or behaviors. This is really important about informative speeches because if you are in any way trying to persuade your audience, then that's going to be a problem. And we're actually going to talk about topic selection for informative speeches in just a little bit. But before we get to that, I actually want to go over the types of informative speeches, and let me go through these really briefly with you. The first type of informative speech that our textbook talks about are objects. Now, objects come in many different categories, and the book explains that there are mechanical, technological, there are natural, there are cultural, and there are personal. These are all different kinds of objects that you might give a speech about. Another category is individuals and groups. That seems pretty obvious, right? People and groups of people. Then it also could be organizations. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific group of people, like the Supreme Court. It could be about a generalized group of people, perhaps the NAACP or the National Rifle Association. These are organizations that have people within those groups. And of course individuals, and these could be historical figures, current figures, or just what we might call unsung heroes, people that maybe have done something extraordinary but haven't been highlighted for it. A third category we have are called events. Now events are exactly what they sound like. They are things that happen or have happened. Now events might include historical events such as the Civil War, World War II, or any other war. Other events might include things that happen maybe on an ongoing basis, like the Academy Awards or the Grammys or the rodeo. These are all events, and you could do speeches about those. The fourth thing we're going to talk about are processes. And processes are things that have steps, and generally these steps happen in a chronological order. So, for example, how to bake something, or how to create something, or how to buy a house, or how to balance your checkbook. All of those would be considered processes. And finally, we have ideas, which are concepts. Concepts are things that really don't physically exist. We can't touch them, but we can explain them. They exist in our society. For example, education is a concept. We can experience education, but there's nothing out there I can go and say, hey, this is education, take a look at it. I'm going to hold it up, and this is education. Even though you might say, hey, this video is education, but it's just part of education. Education itself is a bigger idea. Things like democracy, love, these are all ideas or concepts. So those are our types of informative speeches. Watch my other videos to find out more about what's out there as far as how to choose an informative speech topic. Thanks, and have a great day.